How's it going, everyone? I'm Samuel, the solo developer behind Cyber Resurgence, and today we're going to be going over the first couple weeks of development. We kicked the first week off by fine-tuning the core concept, gameplay mechanics, and the narrative of Cyber Resurgence. This meant diving into the nitty-gritty details and crafting a streamlined game design document that serves as a roadmap moving forward, but it's not all about planning. We also got our hands dirty and began developing a basic prototype to put our ideas to the test. My focus wasn't just on gameplay mechanics. I dove headfirst into the AI development, working on a prototype for enemy behaviors. From having enemies patrol the area to reacting when players engage, I made sure that the robotic adversaries in my game have a mind of their own. Even though the AI is only in its prototype phase, it's actually starting to show some real progress. That about does it for week 1. Now moving on to week 2, this is where we started reworking the weapon system and further developing the AI. Now in week 2, my weapon system that I had previously wasn't cutting it. I had to cut out pretty much the entire thing and instead rebuilt the whole weapon system from the ground up. I initially assumed that this was going to be an easy task as I already created weapon systems in the past. However, this time I had a different, framework on how I wanted it to be built with a lot of modularity in mind. This resulted into a lot of replication bugs and client and host side issues that I had to figure out and resolve. This ended up taking a lot longer than I anticipated, and therefore it pushed me back a little bit. In tandem with the weapon system improvements, I continued to evolve my AI behaviors. Creating enemies that respond intelligently to different scenarios is no easy feat, and I'm excited to be shaping foes that keep players on their toes. Oh boy. Moving forward, I'm excited to dive into some more tasks. I'll be refining my procedurally generation algorithm, which shapes the starship's interiors, fine-tuning cooperative gameplay features, and even developing an inventory HUD inspired by a clever system in Deep Rock Galactic. Another thing I forgot to mention was the ability system, which actually took a while to produce as well, especially getting the abilities to be replicated as they all have special code pertaining to each ability. For example, the drop shield is completely different than the energy dash, which one is affecting character movement while the other one is spawning an actor into the world. The majority of the first week was just spent working on the AI, learning the behavior tree, and studying other AI from other games. But the process was actually very fun, and I learned a lot of things, especially with Unreal's EQS system, which is what the AI rely on for strategic positioning. Now for the AI, I actually spent a lot of time researching other games and just studying the way that the AI interact with the player to try to make mine more complex and dynamic. I've added some behavior states such as fleeing, patrol, defend, and attack, which all happen according to whatever's happening in the game world. For example, if an AI takes too much damage, he has the chance to go and flee behind cover and regenerate his shields, then you'll come back in the fight. If the enemy is defending, he'll stay where he's at unless he is fleeing, or if the player gets too close, which he'll back up. Lastly, the attack and the charge depend on how close the player is to the enemy, so if the player gets a bit too close, the enemy will turn or has a chance to charge attack and just melee the player doing massive damage. Otherwise, if the player tries to hide to regenerate health, the AI that are attacking can pursue them and flank them and get the player in a tough spot. Another thing that I've added are loot crates, which the players can open and collect valuable resources, and these resources will be used to purchase weapons, upgrade weapons. They can find schematics to unlock new weapons, and things like that. The last thing I forgot to cover is the mission console, which allows you to scan for nearby ships, pick a ship, go ahead and go to the corridors, start the mission, which then takes you and server travels you to the mission, and then you have to go in, destroy the core, head back to the same corridor you arrived in, and then leave back to the hub. Now this is all going to be replaced later. I just needed something to test the level traveling in the lobby system for multiplayer. I'm going to be pretty open with the development of this game. As you can see, this is the first devlog, only covering the first couple weeks, which there's not much progress, but there's enough to provide content. So stay tuned for bi-weekly devlogs, as I'll be posting that consistently, And yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot. Leave your feedback down below, and if you're interested in joining the community, please go ahead and join the Discord down below as well. And that's about it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.